So I'll tell you a little story. Going into my junior year of high school football season, I was a big football star. Started freshman running back for the freshman team, and during my sophomore year, I played varsity kickoff and kickoff return and started JV running back. And at that time, at those 2 times, my freshman and sophomore year, we had a coach for the varsity team named Coach McKee. And he was more than just a coach. He was a friend to me and a family friend to me, and to my family, of course. And my freshman year, that team went 9-3. He was the head coach for the varsity team. They lost in the second round of the state playoffs. My sophomore year, we only won 2 games. So what the school did, the school fired him. They fired him after the 2-8 season that we had. And they brought in a new coach who was not a likable guy inside of football, in my opinion. I mean, he's a likable guy outside of football, but I really disliked him inside of football. So what he did was he basically was a new head coach judging the players. Now me, I did summer track, so I was in shape, more in shape than most of the guys, if not all of the guys on the football team. And since I wasn't throwing up like everybody else, he assumed I wasn't working hard, which I was working hard. But he wasn't gonna let me even get a chance to smell varsity, because he is under the assumption that I'm not working hard. So of course he started me on JV. And at that time, of course I was going through emotional problems, but you know, football was the getaway for that. And when he started coaching, it's kind of like I lost a love for the game of football. So those emotions started coming up along with the lost love of football. You know, so pretty much after those emotions, I was wore out during the end of the season. Or beginning of the season, I'm sorry, during the beginning of the season. So after the first game, you know, the emotions got to me so much. I wasn't open up to anybody, not my family, not my friends, even though they saw that I was under some emotional distress. So, you know what I did? I quit football because the emotions straight up built inside of me, and it just got to me. It started messing with my head. My senior year, I missed it, came back, it wasn't the same. But the point I'm trying to bring up is giving up. I have a job now, waking up at 6 in the morning and working from 6 all the way to 9 or 10 at night during the weekdays and 8 o'clock p.m. during the weekends. And it becomes stressful because you're not getting a lot of sleep. And it starts messing with your head. It started messing with my head emotionally. And you know, not a lot of sleep just messes with your head. So what I thought about, crossing my mind, my dad, he loves me, I love my dad, we're real close. He assumed that I wanted to quit, look for a new job, but in reality I didn't, because I like the job, I like the boss, I like the job is a chill job, and just the only stressful part is waking up at 6:30 in the morning, or 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, in reality I had to be there at 6, so I wake up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. And 4:45, 4:35 o'clock, whatever. So, in my head, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stick with this job because it's going to be worth it in the end. It's going to be worth something in the end. Because everything you work hard at and you just stick with, it's always worth something at the end. I can guarantee you that. I'm staying in this job, you know, waking up to long hours. It's going to be worth something in the end. It's going to be worth something really good in the end. And, you know, of course it's going to be pay, but it's going to be more than pay. It's going to be worth something bigger than money in the end. And also more money. But my point is, do whatever makes you feel happy. But if you feel like you can get a lot out of it during the end, then that's a decision that you have to make.